Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a little talk today in regards to intolerances and give you my story because that may help someone else who has an intolerance or is starting to wonder or go down those roads of if something is not right. Now, the first thing I would say is that I knew something wasn't right with myself. I think you know your own body, I think is the best thing to say here. You know when something's not quite right. And my body was just never happy with certain foods. I've been suffering IBS for most of my adult life, and there seemed to be trigger foods that seemed to really set it off. But it was also a stress thing, and I've gone through so much stress in the past 10 years. I didn't know if it was all stress related or food related. So, having removed a lot of the stress from my life now, I felt that I was still having really, really bad time with my tummy. So I started to eliminate foods. And the first one for me was wheat, because whenever I ate wheat-based products, breads, cakes, pastries, especially pastries, I would bloat up straight away. Now I'm not really thin, but I have a bit of a mum tum anyway. But I'm fairly slender and fairly tall, and as soon as I would eat a wheat-based product, I would bloat. I would look about 6 months pregnant. It was that bad. I can just bloat straight away. As soon as I eat something that is wheat, it just makes me huge. My tummy goes huge, and it's if to say, no, this isn't right. So I would then become uncomfortable, and I would get cramps not long after eating, from whatever I'd obviously put into my body. And then from there, I would obviously have just more cramps and gassiness, lovely, and obviously then multiple trips to the toilet whilst my body tried to evacuate this foreign body that was doing all this bad. It's not a foreign body, but you know what I mean. It's not good. But yes, that I've been dealing with for years. I obviously knew it wasn't right. I don't think I was in the mental place to deal with it previously. But the past 6 months, I have changed so much and grown and adapted. I've finally taken wheat out of my diet. It's bizarre because previously I would kind of be off it for a few weeks, and then I'd go, oh, I'll just treat myself. I'll just have a cake when I'm out with the family or whatever, and oh yeah, lovely, just the one biscuit, just this, I'll just have a slice of toast. And every time I did it, it wasn't a treat. My body hated me for it. It was like I was putting this evil thing back in that I was just trying to recover from. It was silly that I thought of cakes and things, wheat-based product, as a treat, when all it was doing was making my body super upset with me. And I'd go back in that cyclical routine of getting cramps and bloating and gassy and trips to the toilet, and then my body would come back around again. So recently I went for an intolerance test just to put my mind at ease that I wasn't thinking the wrong things. Maybe I'd picked up on the wrong, maybe it was onions, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. I wanted it confirmed what it was that I was intolerant to. And I'm so glad I did, because it was eye-opening to go. I went to a shop called Bean Freaks, which is a health food shop in Cardiff. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. If you're in Cardiff, South Wales area, go. It's brilliant. And the nutritionalist, Vicky, was lovely. She was so nice to meet, and she was so kind and offered so much gentle assistance. It was fab. So yes, went to Bean Freaks. I had a pain-free, lovely, easy test where they take these little vials of product, and then you hold something in it, they hold something against your thumb, and obviously if it reacts, it waves on this machine, basically. That's a really crappy way of explaining it, but I'll try and write it better in the blog. I was highly intolerant to wheat, as I suspected, and a few other things as well. So it was just great to hear that, yes, you're not going crazy. You do know your own body, and that you do need to remove wheat or be very, very cautious with wheat going forward. And so I am. I have been for a while now, but to have it confirmed that that's what I need to remove from my diet to make myself and my body happy, it's good. It's really, really good. I am now in a healthier place than I've ever been. I've obviously removed all wheat, and I cook most of my meals from scratch. it's funny, you spend a lot of time looking at labels, I find, if you're not cooking from scratch, if you're going to have something that's sort of, oh, sorry, my blind's going crazy. If you're going to cook, if you're not cooking something, sorry, then you are constantly looking at wrappers and things to see what goes into stuff, because there's sneakily sometimes wheat in so many things. If you look at the back of a packet, it will often tell you. And thankfully, if it's the case of wheat is in the factory, I'm fine with that. It's just a case of I can't actually eat it, not without feeling rubbish afterwards anyway. So why would I do that to myself? So yeah, my advice basically is this is my story. You know, for you going forward, if you feel like you have an intolerance, you know your own body, you live with it day in, day out. So have a reflection and think, what have I eaten today? What are my triggers? What do I think they are? And see what you think, and remove it from your meals and snacks and life, and then see how you feel afterwards. And then if you want it confirmed, go to a nutritionist, go to an allergy or intolerance test. It was fantastic. I feel like it reiterated to me what I already knew, and I think I needed that. I think it was good to confirm it. So yes, if anyone has any questions in regards to intolerance, wheat intolerance in particular for me, by all means, drop me a comment or come and see me on social media, which is Rachel the Hat. And I'd love to talk to you about it. There's not much I can give. I'm not a professional by any stretch of the mark, but I've had my own experience that I can talk to you about, and how I've come out the other side and I feel so much better for it, which I can encourage to anybody. So if there is anything that you need help with, or you would like some advice, by all means, give me an email or anything, and I can help in any way I can. I hope this has been helpful to someone, because often when you're going through this, it's hard to find information, or you don't know where to look. And if there's anyone that's just starting down this road, good luck. It's the best. Once you get through it and you remove those things from your life, it's the best thing ever, and you will feel and look fantastic. My skin has, I look fantastic. But my skin has cleared up. My skin is so much better now that I've removed anything that I'm allergic to or intolerant to out of my life. I've lost weight, which wasn't the goal, but my body is obviously now sitting at its natural happy weight, which makes me happy as well, because I feel so much better for it. So yes, good luck if anyone is on this journey. If you need anything at all, just drop me a line, and I hope this has helped. I'll see you soon. Bye.